And welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence. Today we're going to take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Desert Commando Snake Eyes. Now I know what you're asking. Did we need another Snake Eyes? Did we need a Desert Snake Eyes? Well, the answer is no, we didn't. I know people say he's not black. Well, Snake Eyes hasn't always been black. He's had other colors. And we have this one. And again, when I say the answer is you don't need it, well, guess what? You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. I didn't have to buy it, though I picked it up. I actually like the way the color looks. I'm going to see how it looks pulled out. I think it's going to be pretty sharp, to be honest. But anyway, there's the artwork. There's your Commando Snake Eyes. You got a Black Hawk, or it might be the Navy version. Maybe it's a desert version. I'm not sure, but that's the type of helicopter it is. You have Storm Shadow in the back. Here you have your Snake Eyes, your weapon. Here you have number 92, a QR code that takes you to a website that leads you to nothing. Snake Eyes here, wonderful artwork, the Arashikage symbol right there. And there you have the height of the actual figure. You have his swords and everything that he comes with, his bandolier. You know the deal. Oh, and then the official overseas figure that I bought. So anyway, I don't have an actual figure to compare him to like the old O-rings, but what we are going to do is quickly look at how he compares to a Desert Trooper, which is Dusty, and then we'll look at the two other Snake Eyes and see if this is just a kit-bashed Desert Trooper. But before we take a look at this, if you like the content that I'm giving you, take a second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I do drop a G.I. Joe video. Let's do this. All right, so here we have the insert of the box. This one is back in the twine that's holding him in, which I like way better than the plastic that they've been using. Again, wonderful artwork, as I mentioned before. If you had to do plastic-free, the G.I. Joe team made it look like they actually cared, unlike, I think, some of the other brands. And then here we have the case. Again, number 92. The star, now 92 is upside down, and Desert Commando Snake Eyes is upside down. Great idea. I think it's poorly executed, but hey, we got it. All right. Wow. Now, I'm just going to say, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Can you even see the sword? Holy shit, Batman. That thing needs a little blue pill. All right, so you know what? It's hard. You don't defend this. Looks like Captain Hook. Tell me, what the hell, Hasbro? So these were supposed to come. In some sort of cardboard we've seen in the past to prevent this. The worst thing about this is you have a sheath right here. Now the sheath, as you can see, is also bent, but not like this. So I don't know if this is a fucking boomerang, if this is Captain Hook's hook. What is this? Because I tell you what, it sure is not an Arashikage sword. So I guess we'll just start off and say that's pretty bad. So we can obviously see how thin it is, how wobbly it is, and I guess someone, me, is going to have to fix this. All right, so let's look at how wonderful the paint detail is. So this is supposed to be rust. Now, a lot of things rust when they're on an angle like this and they're curved like a hook. Wow. So there's the handle looks really nice. Now here's the problems. You know what? Let's just grab this Snake Eyes here. It's the same sword that came with the 00 Snake Eyes, the 01 Snake Eyes, a few other Snake Eyes, the Fortnite Snake Eyes. Now, I don't really have a problem with that. It's a little wobbly, or a little wavy, right? But again, I look at this here, and you can just feel the difference in the texture. This is unacceptable. This is beyond unacceptable, and I don't care that I can fix it. The point is it's going to continue to do stuff like this. So, Hasbro, that one is on you. Here is the sheath. We've seen this before. Okay, it is bent, so I'm going to have to straighten this. But I might as well throw this in here because, wow, I'm going to have to heat this up anyway and straighten it. Absolutely. That's the type of shit that's unacceptable. So the monetization on this one is not going to be really good. I'll just tell you that right now, considering I've already started swearing. All right. Here is another sword. Now, if you have the 00 Snake Eyes, or you have the Red Ninja, or you have, I believe it came with Kamakura, you're also going to get this sword. So once again, and I think the Blue Ninjas too. Again, reuse. Everything in this is reuse. I'm fine with that. Again, this is how you create a higher budget. And I know Hasbro is a billion-dollar company, but G.I. Joe is not a billion-dollar brand. All right, so this here, I mean, you can already see rub on it. Not really good. I swear it's like they just kind of threw everything together. The sword looks decent enough. Again, it is bent and it's so wobbly. I mean, even after I heat it up and cool it down again, is it going to stay that way? Here is the bandolier, which by itself actually looks really nice. You got these pineapple grenades all across it. You got a pouch up there. The hole in the back is so you can plug the sheath in or the backpack. Here we have the backpack again. Same as we got here. Now, OO Snake Eyes came with some paint apps on it. This one does not have any paint apps, but we'll quickly take a look at it. So you got a couple pouches right there, pouch on the top. I mean, it looks really nice. On the side, you can plug in your sheath, so you can hold the actual sword, which is going to be completely bent like an effing boomerang. Here you can obviously see that there's still the Arashikage, where if you look back here, I might as well pull this thing up. You can see the Arashikage symbol is actually red. I don't remember about the other one. Fortnite Snake Eyes. Fortnite Snake Eyes is also painted a little bit, so get so many snake eyes all over the damn place. And this can just plug in right here if you want it to. Or you can plug it directly into his back, into the bandolier, so like it's holding it. Alright. Here we have the knife. Alright. Now they did put some paint apps on it, so the blade is nice and silver. Now I wonder if I compare the two here. Not like I'm going to mix them up. So this one, again, it's not super hard, but you can feel that it's a different type of plastic. You can see that's also bent, but it's also been sitting in the sheath. I just want to quickly look at it and see if I can tell. Yeah, they don't look like they're, like one's thicker than the other, but you can definitely feel the difference in the texture that it has. Make sure we don't lose these. That figure is worth some money, actually. But again, you have the desert look. Again, I think it looks nice. I really like the colors, to be honest. Here we have the pistol. Now, this is the pistol that came with the 00 Snake Eyes, not the 03 Snake Eyes. Those one had all the laser pistols. This looks pretty nice. Has an extended magazine here. A little bit of paint app. The only thing that I don't like, and I mentioned this before, I think I mentioned this in another video, is that I don't like how the barrel protrudes. You know, I'd rather have the barrel just sit flush the way it's supposed to and make the suppressor plug into it. But they want to make the Uzi. Oh, hold on. So that is fairly straight. I mean, it's pretty straight. I don't have to worry too much about that. And then you have your Uzi. So the Uzi, the suppressor is also going to pop right onto, so that you can see. So they're made to plug onto either one of them. So there's a suppressor on the Uzi. There's the suppressor on the pistol. Now, again, I would much rather have it, because that's how it should look, that the suppressor plugs into it and you actually had a porthole, rather than make the suppressor look more realistic. Alright, so here's your Uzi. We've seen this before. It's got the extended clip on it. A couple paint apps, so it does look nice. You know, if you remember, this here was where you filled all the Uzi squirt guns. So, again, the Uzi looks nice. Is it, I mean, it's flexible, but it's not that bad. I don't really have a problem with the diameter that this is. I could live with that. And again, it is straight, so much better than that stupid sword. So I'll be fixing that before I do some final pictures and everything. So, all right, so let's just get them moving here. All right, so right out of the box. T-pose only goes up that far. Now, that is due to where everything cuts in and how big his shoulders are. So you can kind of dig into it and you get the T-pose right up to there. So it's pretty much right at about a 90-degree. Bicep swivel. Double joints. Now, it still has pins because it's based off the first 6-inch figure that they actually did. You have your ab crunch, and you can tell the ab crunch, just like that one, and that one are loose. Now, this is a gripe that I have had with these figures, and I'm going to get into that in a bit. So, ab crunch, he goes all the way down. He goes all the way back. He twists side to side. Wonderful Jean-Claude Van Damme. Big drop down hips. There you go. There is your, all right, there's your thigh swivel. Double joints. No issues having to heat them up. So I'll mention again, I go over the articulation because there may be new people to this. You know, I think I might ask if you guys want me to do away with it. I may try and go through it pretty quickly, to be honest. So, all right. So this is based off the first figure that they did. Now we're 3 years into this. They've done this figure how many times? It's time to kind of stop reusing this mold. Now, they did use the different head sculpt. So, is it this one? Nope. So this is the Commando one that came with Timber. So they're actually using the retro Snake Eyes. As I said, I have Snake Eyes all over the damn place. And, oh, I knocked off Storm Shadow. So, this is the mask that they're using. Alright. I really do like this figure. That's the retro carded one. That's the Commando one. That is the old one. There's your desert one. There's your Fortnite one. And there's a couple that are missing still. 03, movie, all kinds of them. Anyway, so quickly looking at this here. So the neck does move just a slight bit. He does look up, he looks down, and side to side. So the detail on this is that this buck can never really be used for anyone else other than Snake. This is close to something Star Wars has to deal with, where you can't really reuse the buck. So the forearms are different. The arms are pretty much all completely different, all the way up to here. So you do have this mongoose that's on the side for Desert Mongoose. His chest, completely different than any other figure. Again, looks really nice. There you have, not sure what that is, because on these ones, they give the Arashikage symbol. On this one, that is not a Arashikage, so I'm not sure what symbol they put there. But giving him a different head, that's nice. Now, they gave him, all I can say is looking at this figure, this reminds me of when I had legs that broke on a figure I really liked. So I would take the legs off another figure and mix and match them. Because the legs, I mean, the pants don't match at all. And maybe that's what they were going for, but they also really don't match Dusty. And I kind of grabbed CoverGirl because I thought maybe she has a closer color. Now, I understand Dusty is built off of, you know, our O-ring. Looking at this figure, I like both these colors. I just don't know if I like both these colors together, if that makes sense to you. I mean, I would rather him be all one or the other color. So, unfortunately, we don't get it. As for the boots, he uses still the original boots. He's got the knee pads. Everything is the exact same as the 00 Snake Eyes, the 03 Snake Eyes. Very similar to what we had with the Fortnite Snake Eyes. I know there's another Snake Eyes that I'm missing somewhere. Commando Snake Eyes is completely different. That is for sure. yeah, I don't know. I'm out of Snake Eyes to talk about. So, we'll load him up here. So, here we got the pistol. Fits in the holster. Suppressor goes right there. Again, looks nice. The knife goes all the way down. If you remember the 03 one, the original one that had the little dot in the middle, it didn't go down all the way. They did correct that. Throw the bandolier on. We're just going to go across like so. And now again, you want to use this for a different figure? Go ahead. Here we're going to throw the backpack on here. Don't really know what to do. I'm not going to take the sword out right now because unfortunately, well, you know what here? Let's look again, because if you're just tuning in, look, I've kind of straightened it out. I mean, it's better. It's better to fight like this than what we were. Unless you're Batman and you want a batarang and you're going to throw it at him. Hey, Snake Eyes did fight Batman. I believe he actually maybe fought Batman in Fortnite, which would be not that guy. This guy. Because I'm all over the place. I don't know how I can review another fucking Snake Eyes. Alright? I've seen so many goddamn fucking Snake Eyes, I don't know what else to say. And I've really lost it. Children, do not talk like me. As you don't need this many Snake Eyes. Even though I kind of like them. If that makes sense. So I don't know what else to tell you. I can point you to all the other Snake Eyes videos that I've reviewed. It's not my best review, although you've seen some crappy Snake Eyes, or some scrappy sword in this. He stands pretty easily. So, my issue, that's what I was going to talk about. So, what I do want to mention is the ab crunch. So, I have seen this issue with Snake Eyes. They do not go and correct it and tighten it up. The Vipers, they have numerous Vipers, and we'll know when I do this guy if they tighten up the legs. They have a tendency not to tighten up stuff. They just reuse the molds, and even though there might be problems with it, they don't correct it, and that does bother me. So there are some figures that they need some tightening, some fixing, and some other brands, they do that. They go through, they're going to reuse the mold, and they go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, I don't feel like we get that with some of the Hasbro product, and it's very disappointing because it's little things like that that make people think you really care as a company. So, anyway, that's the Desert Snake Eyes. I don't know what else to say. I think he actually looks pretty good. I think all one color would make more sense. But then again, when I wear blue jeans, I don't wear a blue shirt. So I guess that kind of makes sense. But in the military, you're normally all one color. Of course, I have CoverGirl. And we got, Tunnel Rat over there. So, yeah. Anyway, here it is. This is my rant more than a review, but I do think the figure looks pretty decent. But do you need another Snake Eyes? Probably not. I will say this: the color on him looks really good. You get the Arashikage symbol down here, belt buckle. Again, pouches on the side. A lot of different paint apps for the most part, considering Snake Eyes was created because they needed a cheap figure, just all one color. And this one kind of has like paint apps splattered all over the place. And then Mongoose is a nice little symbol because we're going to be getting more desert troops anyway. So, all right, that's it. All right, so final first thoughts on Desert Commando Snake Eyes. Do we need another Snake Eyes? No. Do I have a problem with having another Snake Eyes that's different color? No, I don't. Again, I will go back to the fact that, hey, if you don't want the figure, you don't have to buy it. I know they're numbered, so if you're completionist, yes, it does cause a problem. And I also understand, as a brand, you have a budget, and this does help increase the budget because Snake Eyes are like Wolverine. He is the mascot. The figure is fine. The ab crunch, again, needs to be fixed. And the weapons, I don't know what else to say. You saw how crappy that was. It's so disappointing that 3 years into this line, we still have to deal with garbage like this. This is something that is not on the brand level, but on the actual Hasbro level, and that needs to be fixed. All I can say. All right, so there you have it. That is my review of the the Desert Commando Snake Eyes. He's not going to go down as my favorite figure, that's for sure. By far not the best weapons. If you don't laugh at yourself, you don't laugh at this shit, it'll drive you nuts. If you don't know, Roman is right here. Like, hey, I need to be part of this. Anyway, I am going to get out of here. I'm not going to waste any more time. It was not the greatest video. It was more of a... turned into a rant, I guess you could say. But anyway, you got to see the figure. If you want to, go out and get it. If you don't, just move along. Pass it when you see it in the aisles. It is one that will probably end up at Ollie's for $5. So I'm going to get out of here. You know the deal. Social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, A Punk with Toys, the Facebook group page. Punks with Toys, because once you join, you're a punk with toys. And last but not least, if you like the content that I'm giving you, enjoy everything that I've been doing for you, the best way to support the channel is really to send super chats. Just kidding. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a video. Now I'm gonna get out of here, but up here I'm gonna drop the grunt video, and here's the classified video playlist where you can go through and see every other Snake Eyes that I reviewed. There's like 10.